What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you had a great day so far. Hope you had a great weekend. Getting into this episode, first of all, I just want to say the PCPD never cease to amaze me. As usual, they get dumber by the day. I had so many high hopes for Jordan, so many high hopes for Chase. Chase was smart for a while, but then he, got too close to Jordan, and of course he got dumb. Like, they're really trying to pin this on Franco with literally no evidence that ties Franco to any of these murders. They have nothing. Not a damn thing. They have no motive, and they're trying to create motive. Oh, he's engaged to Liz Weber. Liz Weber's children are Lulu's nephews. So that's your stupid motive? Any decent lawyer could pick that apart in court. That's not motive to go after Lulu because you're engaged to her nephew's mother. That's the motive to go after Lulu. That doesn't even make sense. Lulu is no threat to their relationship. Lulu is never around her nephews, and she's never around Franco. So what would he have reason to attack her for? What reason? Kiki was like a daughter to the man. He would never attack her. Hell, he lived with her at one point, and she was never afraid of him. Even recently, before she died, she was around him, and she was never fearful of Franco. That doesn't sound like somebody who would kill her. Peyton Mills. He didn't even know Peyton Mills. He never had a conversation with the man. Never was in the same room with the man, so why would he kill him? Mary Pat briefly interacted with her, and that was only on a professional level because he was doing art therapy at Ferncliff where she was a nurse. That's how he knows her. That's it. There, in all of those scenarios, what motive did he have to kill any or attack any of those people? Zero. Zero. He had none. Why are the PCP? See, this is why I can't take this storyline seriously. It's like I can understand dumbing them down a little bit, but this is way beyond dumb. Way beyond dumb. Nancy Drew could figure this damn case out before they could. This case wouldn't even dragged on for months if you had somebody it just doesn't make sense. A second grader could figure all this out. I just hate when I understand in a show like this, you have to suspend disbelief, but damn, how much disbelief do you have to suspend to be this dumb? Like, there's just no way possible. Ain't no way. You have no evidence whatsoever tying this man, but yet you're focused on him solely. No, you don't think there's anybody else who could do this. When the one person is staring you right in the face who has the motive and the opportunity and who's connected, actually connected to all these people. Kevin, aka Ryan, is connected to all these people. He was interviewed by Peyton Mills. Peyton was doing an interview about the Ryan Chamberlain murders. So, of course, he was interviewed by that man. He worked with Mary Pat at Ferncliff. He had an argument with Mary Pat. He was married to Lulu's mother. Lulu, who's an investigative journalist writing a story about Ryan Chamberlain. He was still banging Ava Jerome, whose daughter is Kiki Jerome. Kiki and Ava had beef for a while. All of these things staring you in the face, and yet, oh, Franco must have done this. He has no connection to the majority of the people that were killed, but he must have done this because of his past. But yet, we don't have the proof. We don't have nothing. But we're still going to zero in on Franco. We're not even going to question Dr. Collins about anything. Are you serious? Where the hell did you get your badge and gun from? From the dollar store up the street? Like, are you serious? They just give badges to anybody. I'm like, Laura, for the love of God, after this case is over, please fire Jordan and take Chase with her. I'm just over them. Fire them, please, for the love of Christ. Fire their asses. Throw them out of the department on their collective asses. Please do me that favor. I will be forever indebted to Laura if she just does that. I swear. I would wash that woman's windows at the mayor's mansion if she were to fire them. Just give me that early birthday present. My birthday is literally a month away. Give me that present. That's the only present I would like. Is by the time my birthday hit, they're fired. They're thrown out on their asses. Cause this just doesn't. I've never on any soap seen a police department this incompetent. Never, 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 never. This is why I swear I used to love me some One Life to Live, because part of the reason was because the Landview Police Department, Bo and John McBain was on their shit. Antonio Vega, when he was the chief of detectives or whatever, they were all three of them were on their shit when they investigated a crime. They were not incompetent. They were on their shit. I'm just saying, I've never seen Bo incompetent, never seen John incompetent. Never. Never. Even if it took them a few months to solve a crime, they were always on the right track. The only difference was the person they were coming after were probably always a step ahead. But they were always on the right track. And in the end, they got their guy. Jordan and, Chase are not even reading the same damn book, let alone being on the same page. They're not even reading from the same book. You know what I mean? Like, they're totally off. Way off. Like, and it doesn't even make no damn sense. Like, Chase sitting there questioning Ava about why she kept Kiki from Franco when she was a child, when Kiki was a kid. That was over 20 years ago. So you're talking about the relationship that Kiki Franco had when she was a child, or lack thereof because of Ava, from 20 years ago, but you're not going to ask about the recent relationship? Well, he did kind of ask about their relationship, but it wasn't from recently, though. From the last few years. Why not? It's like, seriously, Kiki was a writer for Franco. She always sung his praises. She always stuck by him. Even when some people, wanted nothing to do with Franco, she stood by his side. So why would he kill her? He had no reason to. You know what I mean? Like, it's just dumb. Like, I just can't wait for this whole case to be over. And Jordan has a bright idea of bringing Kevin in to hypnotize Lulu to trigger her memories. How stupid can you be? Again, why? It's a huge conflict of interest. Huge conflict. Talking about, oh, well, he's the only one. He's not the only therapist you got in that town. He's not the only therapist. Why not ask your ex-boyfriend to come do it? Dr. Maddox. I'm pretty sure he's somewhere in town doing nothing. So why not ask him to come in and hypnotize her? He has the credentials to do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I mean, I understand this is all a plot point, but I'm like, bitch, listen, I can't keep suspending my disbelief on this one. I'm like, this is just plain dumb. Like, just ignorance. And, you know what they say, ignorance is bliss, I guess. But I'm like, no, this is too ignorant. So, anyway, Ryan, he's loving the fact that he took Franco back as a patient, because now he could fill his head up with all this gaga about him being a murderer and stuff. Like, Ryan is loving it, because now he can fill his head up with all of this and create new notes that he can basically give to the PCPD as leverage against Franco to, help them with their investigation and take the pressure off of him. And mind you, there's no pressure on him because the cops ain't even thinking about Ryan, Kevin, whatever. They're not even thinking about him. Their sole purpose is Franco. And the new notes that Ryan is creating from his sessions with Franco are going to help to build the case against him. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, even if they tell Ava, oh, Franco is the one who did it. I don't believe Ava's going to believe that mess. No, I don't believe Ava's going to believe that. Come on now, Franco. Please. He ain't going to believe that nonsense. Ain't no way. Ava's a little too smart for that one. Even in her grieving moment, I would hope that she would think logically about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think she would believe it. I mean, who would? So anyway, moving on from that. So basically, Sonny needs to talk with Anna about getting in touch with Dante. The thing is, they can't really, she could get in touch with him, but she doesn't want to really, because the reason he vanished is because he's deep undercover. Like, he's into Raj's entire organization at this point. So if they make any contact with Dante, it can and will get him killed. You know what I mean? Like, he's dealing with a lot of dangerous ass criminals right now. One false move on his part, it's a wrap. So I could definitely understand why they will not try and contact him. Even though I do feel he does need to know, but you got to think about it from a law enforcement standpoint, viewpoint. When you're undercover with dangerous criminals, you have to have your mind solely on that operation. If your mind is elsewhere, you're going to end up making a critical, fatal mistake that will and can get you killed. So it's understandable why they can't tell him that. Not right now. You know what I mean? Like, he can't know. His mind has to be totally focused on undercover right now, which is true because it happens in real life. You have to separate yourself from your reality, enjoying their reality. You know what I mean? That's where your mindset has to be. It just has to be solely on that. As long as you are undercover, you don't have a wife. You don't have children. You don't have none of that. You don't have emotions. You don't have feelings. You know what I'm saying? You're just kind of like Jason in a way. You have to be stone cold. That's just how you have to be. You know what I mean? Like when you're undercover dealing with some dangerous shit, that's how you have to be. Sad to say. It's just like all your emotion is just, you're smiling 1 minute, blank the next. That's how you have to be. It's a dangerous job, you know? So anyway, I love the banter between Robert and Finn. I love it. These fools was checking out library books. Robert was pissed. He was like, first of all, he said, why the hell do I got to check out books that's older than me? I love their banter. It's hilarious. Robert is still not happy about Anna conversing with Sonny, of course. But, Anna was like, Robin loves him. So, of course, she interacts with Sonny on the strength of Robin, because of their friendship. So that's the only reason Anna has anything really to do with Sonny at this point is because of Robin. Robert ain't too happy about it, of course, because, Robert does not deal with the mob like that, which is kind of funny to me because he is somewhat friends with Luke, Robert basically is somewhat of a friend of Luke Spencer. So, well, not friend, but friend of me in a way. They have an understanding. So it's not really shocking that Anna has an understanding with Sonny. Sonny's relationship with Anna is typically the same thing as Luke and Robert. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not besties or nothing like that. But, if push came to shove and Anna had to go after Sonny, if she was a cop again, like if she was dealing with organized crime, she would. Just like Robert would go after Luke if he had to. You know what I mean? But they're frenemies. That's just what it is. So anyway, I guess they're getting closer to this Dr. Cabot nonsense. Hopefully they do. So we can find out this whole, who's poisoning her and why and what this got to do with the whole twin thing. I'm curious to know, like, what the hell is going on with this. Like, I really want to know because it's kind of interesting. I'm going to be honest, I must have the attention span of a 2-year-old because at first I was feeling this Sam situation, but the more I see this whole Shiloh DOD mess, I'm getting bored with it. That's just me. I'm getting bored with it. Because we need to establish what Shiloh is going, what he's going after. Like, what is he really trying to pull? Is he trying to get restitution? What are you trying to get? Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people don't feel sorry for Sam or whatever for stealing this guy's money, his father's money or whatever. Here's the thing. I'm glad Jason had that conversation with Christina about why Sam conned people out their money because of her brother. She had to financially take care of him and stuff like that, put him in homes and stuff like that, and she couldn't afford it. Mind you, back in the day, you have to think though, this was back in the day. You didn't have social media and YouTube and all these other different revenue streams, and you didn't have that. Back then, you had to really have a good education back then to make it. Otherwise, you had to become an actor or a rapper or something in the entertainment industry just to make money because that doesn't really require a college degree. But to work in the corporate world and certain jobs, you had to have a college degree. See, nowadays, people have Instagram and stuff like that where they make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? You have different streams of income that you can do. Back then, they didn't have that. So you have to, kind of relate and understand to people like Sam and Sonny and Carly. These people did not grow up with money. You know what I'm saying? So they literally had to do whatever they had to do to make a dollar. You know, they had to do whatever the hell they had to do. And that means sometimes doing illegal things. In Carly's case, she married a lot of rich men and got hefty divorce settlements. Sam had to con a few men. Sonny had to work in organized crime to make his millions. You know, it just is what it is. Sometimes not saying that it's okay, and I'm not, saying, I'm giving them a pass for doing their dirty deeds, but in that time frame, in that generation, you just had to do what you had to do to keep, your head above water. So I can totally understand why Sam did what she did. Not saying that it's right, but when you get desperate and stuff like that, you're willing to do anything to put food on the table or provide for a child that you may have or a family, a sick family member. You're willing to do what you have to do, and that's just what you have to do, whatever it takes. Even if that means marrying and conning old people out their money. Like I said, it's not right, but if you understand the circumstances, then you'll understand why they do what they do. Um, but I do feel like Sam should make some restitution to the people that she conned, of course. Even if that means she got to take money out her kid's trust fund to pay it back, whatever you got to do. Just, you got the money now, so pay them what you owe. So that way you don't have to worry about nobody coming after your ass. Um, but she was basically saying how Shiloh almost got to her and stuff like that. So Christina's vulnerable, so of course it's easy to manipulate her. Let me tell you something. Even if Christina, a fly could manipulate Christina. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be highly skilled to manipulate that nitwit. Anything can manipulate her. I could move a yo-yo up and down in front of her face, and I bet you I can get her to do what I want. Because she'll think I'm hypnotizing her. Like, it doesn't take much to manipulate Christina, trust me. She's like one of them little idiots. It don't take much. Like, it really doesn't. Like, Christina is easily manipulated. Very easily. Very easy. It does not take a lot to get into her mind and her psyche and just get her to do what you want. It doesn't take a lot. But of course, Sonny had to, intimidate or try to intimidate Shiloh or whatever by basically letting him know, like, you mess with my daughter, you messing with me. I don't think that's going to work this time around, that little intimidation factor, because in a cult, I have a feeling when push comes to shove, Christina's going to stop talking to her family and stuff like that, because that's how cults do. They take you away from your family slowly but surely. And I have that feeling she's going to cut them off, because that's how they do in cults. But anyway, that was pretty much the episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see you all tomorrow. So have a wonderful day. See you all later. Peace.